And from the articles I'm reading, which I'm going to share with you guys in this video, it's far from dead. You know what I'm saying? There's billion-dollar corporations still utilizing direct mail marketing for their campaign strategies. It's like their main campaign strategies. You know, you got Pepsi, you got Coca-Cola who still uses direct mail marketing. Also, you have all these fast food chains that you see advertisements in your mailbox all day long, from McDonald's to Burger King to Popeyes to Chick-fil-A. Like, all these big time corporations still utilize direct mail marketing, and to my surprise, it's far from dead. Actually, direct mail marketing, actually, the 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 customer base for direct mail marketing actually has increased over the years. You know what I'm saying? Especially with everybody's working from home now. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to do the daily commute back and forth to work anymore. So a lot of people are working from home. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are entrepreneurs from home. So there's a lot more people at home now. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are homeschooling their kids now. You know what I'm saying? So there's more people at home and not outside of their home, traveling back and forth to work and doing the daily commute back and forth to work. A lot of people are in their home, know what I mean, and doing what they have to do to take care of their family. So I'm just going to read. I actually got two articles that I bumped into today, and I started reading them, and it was very, very interesting on the information that it gave me on direct mail marketing. So we're going to go into this first article from Nerd Wallet, direct mail marketing statistics for small business, and I'm just going to go through some of the articles, you know what I mean, and this was posted December 16th. 2020. That's actually a day after my birthday, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody, man, in upstate New York. You know what I'm saying? From Niagara Falls, New York, Rochester, New York, Syracuse, New York. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody in upstate New York, Albany. You know what I'm saying? Also, to shout out to the people in New York City, man. You know what I'm saying? I got family in New York City. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to everybody. But shout out to everybody as a whole. But, I want to give that little shout out to, people in Buffalo back home. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my people back home in Buffalo, New York. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody, though. But, yeah, so this article was made December 16th, 2020. And I'm just going to read a little bit of it, guys. And I'm just going to show you the power of direct mail marketing. So, okay, let's get rid of it. Okay, so we're gonna start off here. Direct mail spend accounts for the largest portion of the U.S. local advertising spend. Direct mail spend reached a whopping 38.5 billion in local advertising spend in 2018, according to MailChart. This made up the largest portion of local advertising spend. U.S. advertisers spend an average of $167 per person on direct mail. That's amazing. They spend $167 per person on direct mail, guys. According to the 2017 data from Small Business Trends, advertisers spend $167 per person on direct mail. While this figure is high, especially compared to the cost of other advertising channels like email, the same data revealed that the average return on investment to be $2,095 worth of goods sold, a return of 1,300%. Boom, check it out. 70% of consumers say direct mail is more personal than online interaction. The same small business trends report found that 70% of consumers feel that direct mail is more personal than online interactions. When gathering information on your target customer during your market analysis, be sure to consider how they prefer to receive information and what advertising channels they interact with most. 54% of consumers say that they want direct mail from brands that interest them. Right? So I'm going to go on to direct mail open rates can reach up to 90%. Did you hear me, guys? Direct mail open rates can reach up to 90%. And like I said, you always want to, stamp with a urgent open immediately. That would even help it. It will help it get to that 90%. You know what I'm saying? You get your red stamper and you stamp it on there. You can send it with the label and, do what you do, but, you always want to give it a little red stamp, get you a red stamp and urgent open immediately. So that would entice people to open up the mail. You know what I'm saying? But it can reach up to 90%. The open rate for direct mail can be up to 90% according to 2018 data. Let's see. Let's go into compared to open rates for email is 20 to 30%. So yeah, as you can see, like with email, you go through email and you open your email, like nobody really pays attention to email anymore. It'd be so much crap in your email, like, nobody really pays attention to it. I know I do. A lot of that stuff I get in my email, I don't really pay that stuff attention. You know what I'm saying? Like it just be too much crap in it. And then, when you do open it, you realize it's some more crap. So I don't even pay attention to a lot of stuff I get in my email. 42% of recipients read or scan direct mail they receive. Beyond simply open up direct mail, many recipients, 42%, according to the Small Business Trends data, read or scan the information it contains. The response rate to direct mail pieces is 3.7%. This figure may not seem so high, but compared to 2% for mobile and 1% for email and social media, it's impressive. Facts. So all that internet stuff, which is still good, you can implement both. But, the numbers they're showing for direct mail are double than what people might have perceived for, internet being more than direct mail. But and in actuality, people, when you use direct mail, it's more personal. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, people are actually spending, you know what I'm saying? They're spending money and time to put together an envelope. You know what I mean? So there's more involved in it. You know what I'm saying? It's more personal. You're actually spending real funds to get somebody's attention to open up your offer. You know what I'm saying? So it's money behind that envelope. Each envelope you send out has more meaning than, um, shooting somebody an email that costs you absolutely nothing. A lot of times, when you don't spend for anything, a lot of times that stuff be garbage. You know what I'm saying? So direct mail, what I'm trying to say is for something to be garbage in direct mail, nobody's going to really send you anything crappy in direct mail because they're spending so much time and effort and money to get that offer to you. You know what I'm saying? So it means more. You know what I mean? And I mean like mailing on a big scale, like big corporations spend millions and billions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? On direct mail market. You know what I mean? Not the little guys like us. You know what I'm saying? You know, direct mail. Like on our scale, I'm not talking about on our scale. Our scale depends on what we spend on our budget. You know what I'm saying? But big corporations, they have a huge budget. You know what I mean? I mean on that caliber type of thing. So adding a name to your direct mail can increase response rate by 135%. Rather than adding your rather than addressing your direct mail to anonymous or current resident recipients, put in the extra effort to customize your recipient list. Doing so can increase response rate by 135% according to mail chart data. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you get you a stamper, return address, all that good stuff. I also read too that writing out your writing out the address and your return address, increases your open rate as well. I read that somewhere else too as well. There's many little things you could do to increase your open rate. Little things you can do. But like I said, when you join the Flash Cash Money Flyer program, and or any one of the programs Mr. Reed has, he's going to show you all the little tricks and tips you can do, as well as coming over here to this channel, and I will share information with you guys as well. 62% of consumers who respond to direct mail made a purchase. 62%. You know what I'm saying? 62%. That is high, guys. 62%, not 50%, not 40%, 62%. Small business trend data also found that a significant 62% of people who respond to direct mail made a purchase. This was based on the mail received in the last 3 months from when consumers were surveyed. Okay. 39% of consumers try a business for the first time because of direct mail. 39%. Similarity, 44% of direct mail recipients visit brands' websites based on this outreach, according to U.S. Data Corporation. So that is the first one. So, but you can see that the numbers are very impressive with direct mail, guys. You know what I'm saying? So, as you can see, I also read somewhere else that direct mail as a whole, it's a $300 billion business as a whole. As everybody, all the corporations, it's $300 billion in this space. You don't think you can make money in this space? I beg to differ. You know what I mean? I beg to differ. So, and I can't find that article for the life of me. I tried looking for that article, but I couldn't find it. I'm still looking for that article so I can show you the guys. But it's a 300 billion, not million, $300 billion space, guys. So, I mean, if you don't think you can make money in this space, I don't know. I don't know. So we're gonna move on to the next one, guys. Next article, man. And this is direct mail statistics that will have you running to the post office. This is Ivan V, March 7th, 2023. Fast statistics, 42.2% of direct mail recipients either read or scan their mail they get. Direct mail requires 21% less contingent effort. Hello, hello. I hope my microphone is working now. I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden my microphone stopped working. So we're gonna move on. Okay. So general direct mail marketing statistics. 41% of Americans of all ages look forward to checking their mail each and every day. Now I can definitely relate to that. You know, I love checking the mail. I run to the mailbox. You know what I'm saying? You always got that feeling like something special is going to happen. You know, you might get a humongous check that's in the mailbox from somebody. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but you know, I'm that type of person. I'm always running to the mailbox. You know what I'm saying? Checking the mailbox and hoping that I see something good in the mailbox. You know, when I order things, I run to the mailbox, and you know. I just like checking the mail. I'm like everybody else, man. I'm in that 41%. Know what I mean? So let's move on. There's just something exhilarating about opening up that little mailbox and finding an item you can hold with your name written on it. And though older generations are more likely to say they enjoy getting mail, 36% of Americans under 30 also feel this way. So as you can see, people love opening up mail. So for your contents in your envelope or your self mailer from Flash Cash Money Flyers, you know what I'm saying, program, it's a great chance that somebody's going to take the time out to read what you're promoting and what your promotion has to relate to them, has to say to them. Okay, 58% of the mail American households receive is marketing mail. 58%. Very few people exchange letters in the digital era. According to the latest data from the USPS Mail Use and Altitudes reports, the direct mail industry accounts for almost 60% of the mail U.S. households receive. That stat really reinforces the previous one. If people mostly get mail, marketing mail, and are still looking forward to it, that's a great news for mail marketers. So for anyone to think that direct mail is dead, which I used to be that person, you know what I mean? I thought that, again, I thought the explosion with the internet, I thought nobody's really checking out direct mail, and I was wrong. As I read you these articles, I was definitely wrong. There is huge bread to be made in this space. It all takes that. It's all going to end up on you putting in the work. You know what I mean? If you're going to put in the work, you're going to put in the time. You're going to invest in yourself, and that's the key. People don't want to invest in themselves. People invest all their time at a 9 to 5, which is cool. I'm not knocking a 9 to 5. You know what I mean? You got to get it somewhere, but why not, invest in yourself and start something for you? You know what I mean? Like I said, you get in this space, you don't know where it could take you. You know what I mean? You don't know where it could take you. You know what I'm saying? If you stick with it, you don't know what you'll learn. You know what I mean? Branch off into something bigger. Like, you know what I mean? You don't know. You don't know until you try it. But I'm just showing you guys the numbers are there. The numbers are there for profit. You know what I mean? So the average American household receives 454 pieces of marketing mail per year. The United States Postal Service. Is direct mail dead? Absolutely not. Facts. The same USPS report shows that direct mail advertising is alive and kicking. The organization data shows that 454 pieces of regular marketing mail get delivered to an average U.S. household every year. On top of that, 92 pieces of nonprofit marketing mail land in the average mailbox as well. There you go. Okay. Direct mail has an average response rate of 9% for household lists and 4.9% for prospect lists in 2018. In 2018, the DMA response rate reports brings news of amazing average direct mail response rate. The household list response rate was 9% in 2018, significantly up from 2017 when it was 5.1%. The prospect list response rate was 4.9%, also showing a big increase compared to the 2.9% to achieve the year before. What's contributing to this spike in numbers and word technology? Thanks to technological advancements, mail marketers are gathering more data about consumer behavior. They're sending out direct mail to people who actually look forward to it, which is why they're getting much better direct mail response rates. All right. Oversized envelopes have the highest response rate, 5%. If you're looking for a direct mail idea, you should know that packaging matters. Some mail forms outperform others. Postcards getting a fairly high response rate of 4.25%, followed by a dismal mailers. What's that word? Okay, dismissible mailers. I'm screwed that word up with 4%, and catalogs with 3.9%. The average response rate for direct mail and letter size envelope is lowest at 3.5%. This is why you need to stamp your envelopes with the urgent open immediately stamp in red, and that will increase that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I highly encourage people to stamp their letters if they're going to use letters. If you're using a self mailer, you know what I'm saying, that pretty much sells itself. You don't need to do that because you don't need to put that in the envelope. You know what I'm saying? That's the great thing about self mailers. So 59% of the U.S. Respondents say that they enjoy getting mail from brands about new products. Consumers can run a Google search and discover new products from their favorite brands, but when they get a glossy catalog through the post, it makes them feel appreciated by the brand. As many as 6 to 10 Americans say they enjoy learning about new products this way, according to the Epsilon direct mail advertising statistics. Okay, 18% of B2B marketers' budgets is assigned to direct mail marketing and printing advertising. What's after this one? Let's go into effectiveness. Here we go. Let's go into this. 42.2% of direct mail recipients either read or scan the mail they get. When you send a marketing message, you obviously want people to see it. Email might be cheaper, but it's easily ignored. What did I just say? You get a lot of that crap in your email and you don't even read it half the time. You know what I mean? The response rate is terrible because you get so much crap in the email, like you don't want to read that mess in your email. But direct mail will, on the other hand, get read or at least scanned by your target audience. The Data and Marketing Association, formerly known as the Direct Mail Marketing Association, reveals that 42.2% of direct mail recipients go through their material you send. Only 22.8% say they don't read it at all. So as you can see, the numbers are definitely there for your materials to be read, especially if if you have access to the proper list, which you will get the access to the proper list through Mr. Reed. You have nothing but good results coming through. You know what I'm saying? The numbers are there. As I'm reading this, guys, you can see the numbers are there. Everything is in the numbers. You know what I mean? Everything is in the numbers, and and again too, email marketing and all that stuff is still effective, but it's oversaturated too as well because everybody's doing it. You know what I mean, nobody's really doing direct mail because in order to get it going, you got to come out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? Now we have ways for you to spend less over here with these programs that Mr. Reed has. We have ways for you to spend less on postage, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. And we also have self mailers over here where you don't need an envelope. So that takes out the cost of envelope, and you get stamps with the program when people join. You know what I'm saying? When you start off, it's going to be cheaper to buy stamps over here as well. You can get up to 74.5% off your stamps through my link. Just click the link below. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta buy your own stamps when you're in the beginning. And Mr. Reed's going to give you access to, getting stamps for even cheaper. So once you join. But the numbers are there, guys. I mean, you can't deny the numbers. You know what I'm saying? Just think about when you get mail. I mean, who don't check their mail? Like 9 times out of 10, your mail will be read, will be open. You do things like I said by stamping it with a red stamp, urgent, open immediately stamp, which I have and which I stamp for my envelopes, and that's going to increase the open rate by 70%. So it's a win-win situation, man. We're in a space where the old school ways of marketing are coming back, like direct mail, you know what I mean? All the old school ways, postcard marketing, all these old school ways that we thought were dead are coming back because this space don't have any competition in it anymore because everybody's going online. Everybody's promoting online on social medias. Nobody's thinking about, direct mail because a lot of people don't want to invest in themselves and come out of pocket to promote something. I don't have a problem with it. You know what I mean? I don't have a problem with it at all because I'm investing in me and I'm building something for me and my family. You dig what I'm saying? It's not about, what I'm spending, but it is about what I'm spending. You don't want to, go over your budget, but you know what I'm saying? Like I see the bigger picture. You dig what I'm saying? I see the bigger picture than me spending a couple $100 to get something going. You know what I mean? In the long run, it's going to pay off. You know what I'm saying? Another thing you want to do too as well, you keep track of everything you spend in the business. You know what I'm saying? You keep track of everything and write it down. You know what I mean? Because that's bread you got to recoup back before you make a profit. You know, you track everything. I get a notebook and I write everything down. I write how many envelopes I mailed out for the week or that day. I dated. I write everything down I spent. You know what I'm saying? To get it going. Keep track of everything. You know what I mean? Okay, advertising mail is kept in a household for 17 days on average. Like that, I did not know. If you were wondering why direct mail works, here's your answer. Here you go. Direct mail stats show that people tend to throw out advertising mail after 17 days. This gives all members of the household plenty of time to review it and take action. Hear that, guys? I'm going to read it again. Advertising mail is kept in a household for 17 days on average. If you were wondering why direct mail works, here's your answer. Direct mail stats show that people tend to throw out advertising mail after 17 days. This gives all members of the household plenty of time to review it and take action. There you go, guys. And I'm going to read this last one. I'm going to be done, man. 60% of catalog recipients visit the website of the company that mailed them the catalog. That is a fact. I don't know how many times I got a catalog and I opened it up and I visited the website to see what else they had. You know what I'm saying? I've done that plenty of times. All types of advertisement I got in the mail. I don't know how many times I opened it up and, I checked out their website plenty of times just to see what kind of products, other products they had that weren't in the magazine. Consumers are very likely to visit a website after discovering a product in a catalog. Modern shoppers turn to the internet for further product information. But what products the spark that makes them visit a website? In many cases, it's flipping through a good old catalog. According to the direct mail statistics published by the U.S. Postal Service, this isn't surprising as 84% of catalog recipients find it easier to browse and shop online while using it. So I'm going to leave these links below to these articles, and you can finish reading these articles. It's very, very interesting. Very great numbers they're giving people on direct mail and how it works. And you can finish reading these articles. Educate yourself. You know what I mean? Educate yourself. Don't just, jump into something and do it. Educate yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because as I'm reading these articles, the numbers are there for profit. I mean, there's no denying the numbers are there. Direct mail is actually stronger than online, but like I said, you can utilize both. You know what I mean? I believe utilizing both is good, but if you only want to do direct mail, as you can see, the numbers are there, guys. You know what I'm saying? For you to get into direct mail, why not start today? You know what I'm saying? Start today. Go to my website, mailboxbenjamins.wordpress.com, and download the flyers and get started today. You know what I mean? Got 2 flyers on my website, and just pick one, download it, make 2 copies, follow the steps on the flyer, and you can get started with your own direct mail business today, guys. It's just that simple. But like I said, the numbers are there. Direct mail is alive.